Hometown Heroes brought to you by Thompson Roofing and Construction.
In this season of giving, we found two people who are on a mission to make sure that senior veterans are not alone. Way 31's Pat Simon introduces you to this month's Hometown Hero.
It's really hard to separate Chris Batte and Elaine Oakes.
I love her, like a sister.
I never knew I needed a Chris Batte in my life, and now I can't imagine life without her.
4 years ago, they didn't even know each other. And now,
Nobody has my back like Elaine.
they finish each other's sentences.
No, I just complete everybody's sentences.
Okay, fair enough. But how they were brought together is their bond for life.
Yeah,
And at the end of the day,
it's all about the veterans.
More specifically, senior veterans who came home from war years ago with deep battle scars. And now, the greatest casualty to them is if they were forgotten.
This guy right here,
For Chris,
this is my great uncle Joel,
keeping the memories of our heroes front and center
and he never made it home.
hits close to home.
The hurt was so deep,
As a child, she learned a profound lesson right then and there.
and I learned about sacrifice through his sacrifice.
That lesson, Chris vowed to teach her students.
That's my passion.
So one day, she went searching for the perfect guest speaker for her class.
And I went on Facebook and asked if anyone knew of a World War II veteran that would come and speak to my students, and Elaine answered.
Elaine's grandfather, Sherwin Callender, fit the bill.
So she brought him to speak to my class, and we just fell in love with him.
So much so that all three of them decided to take a trip of a lifetime to Pearl Harbor to honor Sherwin Callender, who was stationed there during World War II. And when they returned, something life-changing happened.
It was just something that both of us felt very strongly about.
An opportunity for Elaine and Chris to help other senior veterans like Sherwin.
That's what I feel like it is. It's an opportunity. And I feel like God led us to meet and then to be able to do this together.
For a few years now, they have been involved in so many ways of paying tribute to aging veterans. Like trips to former battlefields and monuments named in their honor. The most recent, Washington, D.C., where these senior heroes made new friends. They opened up and they healed old wounds.
When we go on trips, it's just like you're back in the service. You're looking out for each other.
Well, see, I was in the Battle of the Bulge.
And most recently, Elaine and Chris, now a former teacher, have started an adoptive vet program in 8 schools, like this one at Westminster Academy.
I went in at 18 years old.
To them,
What you saw in there, the interaction,
He didn't speak any English.
that's when it happens.
this is a critical meeting of young and old before time runs out.
If we don't pass these values on to the next generation, then they're going to be gone forever.
But not if they can help it.
Parish Framp.
This captive audience listening to stories that they're not going to get from any history book.
This is like living, breathing history. It's so incredible that we get to just experience this, because these guys are like in their 90s, and you know, people aren't going to get to experience it.
It takes a special kind of dedication to keep our aging heroes forever present in our hearts and minds. For Elaine and Chris,
it's the greatest honor.
there is no other higher calling.
Very personal.
In Madison County, Pat Simon, Way 31 News.
And if you know someone who goes above and beyond in our community, we'd like to hear about them. Just go to our website, waytv.com, and nominate them to be next month's Hometown Hero.